I went with my girlfriend to the care home for her interview. And then they're like, seeing as you're here, we might as well interview you as well, if you're up for it. So kind of went in with no preparation or anything. And then I got a phone call the next day or something offering us both the job. Somehow I ended up getting put on dementia care from the word go with no training. I think the first day I was shadowing someone who seemed very friendly and good. So I was watching. And then the second day, they were just like kind of expected me to go and get someone up in the morning and feed someone their breakfast who's bedbound and not willing to eat because the dementia. And so they just leave me sat in a room trying to feed her breakfast. And I remember one time being in there quite a while and I was coming out and they were like, have you taken breakfast to these other rooms? And I'm like, no, because you left me with her for however long. And I can't be sat there feeding her and also taking coffees to 5 other residents. It was during that training that this woman mentioned about dementia. And I'd been like, dementia is one thing that affects people and makes them forget stuff. And she said there are currently about 86 different forms of dementia that all have different effects on people. And I'm sat there going, well, you shouldn't have put someone who thought it just did the same thing to everyone in a wing with 12 residents or something. And all of them could have had a different form of dementia that requires different care. But I think part of the problem is that care work's looked down on in general public. I don't know. And like I've had it myself when I'd be like, oh, I work in care. And you have this sort of judgmental response, almost of, oh, the thought process of, well, that means you've got no qualifications. And I remember when I applied, and I've since applied for more care work, and people look at my CV and they're like, you are far too qualified to be here. And I'm like, but why? It's a job of looking after however many people, not even just one person, but a group of people on a day-to-day basis. The people hiring you are like, you're overqualified for this. I'm like, no. You should be taking people who have qualifications in care. But when we were there, well, you know. Part of the issue with men in the care world. Because from what I witnessed, it tended to be the men who would be the rougher and more vocal carers. So I'm like, I can see how men in care is like viewed as I don't really want a bloke looking after my mum or whatever. Whereas because my approach is how it should be done, is all of these people are people, and I will treat them all as people. Even if there is someone on the ward who is doing my head in and driving me crazy, I'll still treat them with respect. One woman on the dementia ward whose husband came in every day, and he got on really well with me because you could see that I actually looked after his wife rather than just not caring for them. I visit the dementia ward more, so between meal times when everyone's up, they'd just be sat in the lounge. And I'd go, well, I don't have a job to do as such for the next however long before the tea round. So I kind of sat there. And there was one woman who always had a female carer come in to do the cleaning stuff. And I ended up going in one morning to get her ready, and I was midway through getting her ready, and she's like, I normally have female carers come in because I'm more comfortable with a female carer. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. She was like, no, it's fine, you've done absolutely great. I'll happily have you come in every morning. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing, because I approached it from a respectful position. I just always tried to be respectful.